What's up, nerds? Welcome to the Cool Nerd Show. I'm Steve Trezza.
I'm Devin Burke.
And today we are going to give you our review of Season 1 of Supergirl. So, Season 1, we had a lot of episodes. It actually wasn't a full season at first, and they gave it the order to give it the full season. We had some ups, we had some downs. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to give you the recap of Supergirl Season 1. With her home planet facing impending doom, Kara Zor-el was sent away by her parents on a course for Earth. There, she was to look after her cousin, Kal-El. However, her pod got knocked off course into the Phantom Zone, and by the time she arrived on Earth, her cousin had already grown up to become Superman.
Unbeknownst to Kara, her pod also dragged a Kryptonian prison, Fort Ross, unleashing hordes of dangerous aliens on planet Earth. Kara found work at Kako, working as Cat Grant's assistant, and after years of hiding her abilities, finally took the disguise as Supergirl, after saving her stepsister Alex from a plane crash.
Kara's friends, Jimmy Olsen and Wynn, help her in her campaign as Supergirl, and Kara joins her sister Alex and director Hank Henshaw at the Department of Extra-Normal Operations to help bring down alien threats. It is soon revealed that Supergirl's Aunt Astra, a former prisoner of Fort Ross, has a plot to take over the planet. Oh yeah, and Hank Henshaw actually turns out to be John Jones. That's right, the Martian fucking Manhunter.
Supergirl fends off the likes of alien threats, Maxwell Lord's creations, and Cat Grant's insults as she makes her way to become National City's savior. After several battles between Supergirl and Astra, Astra is killed by Alex, leaving her lover Nan in charge.
Nan joins forces with this cyber mystique Indigo to conquer the planet. Using a mind-controlled device called Myriad, they are able to turn National City into a bunch of thoughtless zombies. Supergirl is able to miraculously snap everyone out of it by delivering apparently the best PSA ever broadcasted. Nan then ups the brainwaves of Myriad, which cause every human on Earth's head to explode in a matter of hours. With the help of Cat Grant, Maxwell Lord, and Martian Manhunter, Supergirl is able to defeat Nan and Indigo and uses her flying ability to push Myriad into outer space. In the end, the world thanks Supergirl and everything turns out okay.
We are left with two new mysteries as John Jones tells Supergirl that her stepfather, Dean Cain Dad, might still be alive. In the last scene, a Kryptonian pod lands on Earth. Supergirl opens the pod, leaving us wondering what's inside.
Oh my god.
And that's it. Now you're caught up to speed with Supergirl Season 1. So, Devin, what did you think overall of Supergirl Season 1?
Alright, I have to tell the audience at home that it is very tough to get into the first few episodes.
It's definitely a slow start.
It really is, especially since it's more like, I don't want to say this because I feel like it's kind of sexist, but it is very girl power type of episode.
It's very feminist.
It really is.
Especially in the beginning.
I want to say like in the first 4 or 5 episodes. But then it really...
Overly feminist.
Yes, but then it really does pick up and it does keep me actually wanting more.
I feel like once Martian Manhunter comes into, once he reveals himself as Martian Manhunter.
Yes.
Because Hank Henshaw in the comics is Cyborg Superman.
Yes.
So the first couple episodes, at the end of the episode, his eyes glow red, and you're like, he's Cyborg Superman.
Yeah, he's going to be evil.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you find out he's Martian Manhunter, and you're like, oh,
thrown
shit.
away. Exactly.
And then all of a sudden, you kind of get drawn back into it. And he really is a big driving force to bring you back. Although, I dislike how he always transforms back into Hank Henshaw. Like his normal form is like Hank Henshaw. It's not Martian Manhunter. So I hate how he's always because they just want to put that actor in there or whatever. I hate how they always just kind of transform back into Hank Henshaw rather than just him transforming straight into Martian Manhunter.
No, it's because of the effects that they put in though.
Yeah.
Because, it takes a long time to put all that cosmetic, he looks fantastic.
He does.
As Martian Manhunter. But it takes so much to put all
him
that
in makeup and everything.
Exactly. Yeah. So you have to deal with just normal Henshaw. But it's just a little weird when it comes oh, I used up all my full power, even though he's using his power as Hank Henshaw.
Exactly.
Which kind of like, well, you could save some power by not being Hank Henshaw, but yeah, you gotta take what you can get.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought the acting in the season, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't.
It was okay.
It was decent.
They had some down episodes, but they also had some good episodes. It's
very mixed.
It's in the middle. It's definitely mixed. What did you think of the storyline throughout the whole season?
Okay, well, I thought the story, it was kind of, not like all over the place, but rather, I think it wanted to focus on one thing, but then it changes into one other thing. Because, it focused on like, oh, there's Superman, but I don't need to be a superhero because there's Superman. But then when Superman leaves for some other extraterrestrial reasoning 101.
Or it's like Superman can't deal with this, so like Kara's like the next best thing.
Exactly. So we have her not taking over his role as Superman, but rather taking place just for this one city. Mm-hmm. So you see her getting to her place, seeing she actually wants to do this, and she does want to do this. She actually does want to save people. Mm. But the villains of the show is actually more Kryptonians, which I feel like it should have been more of a different alien race, I feel it should have been. Because that way...
We had a couple, we had the White Martian episode.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It was only an episode. Where I really feel like it should have been, more drawn out with other different alien types.
We had a couple. We had a few.
We had a few, but it mostly came from other Kryptonians. Like, oh, we sent these out because they were basically... Not their henchmen, but, some type of, term like that.
I didn't like how Villain of the Week it was in the beginning. I really hate Villain of the Week. And honestly, at the beginning, it was very hard to get into. But once you finally started getting its groove, it was like, oh, this episode was pretty good. But then it would be like, the next episode would be like, it was okay. And then the following episode would be like, it's pretty good. And then be like, it's okay. So, it never really hit that point for me. It came close. Where it was like, it showed a lot of potential.
Yes.
But I feel like it never really actually hit it, is the thing.
Yeah, I remember, there's one scene that really actually, made me hooked onto the show was when Supergirl, not, uses her laser eyes for the first time, but, used her laser eyes for, or rather her heat vision in an emotional way. And that really actually hooked me onto the show. So it's this really... shows the potential this show can actually have.
Is that when she destroyed the Red Tornado?
Yes, that is when she destroyed Red Tornado. Because you actually show her passion through...
She, screams.
Exactly. So I actually felt that. I'm like, oh, this is what the potential show can have. You can actually get the feelings through her powers that she's using. But we didn't really get fully all of that. And I'm hoping if the show does get a season 2... Which it didn't really get announced if it was yet, which I feel is kind of weird because usually we would get notices if we would get a season 2, usually during the halfway point of season 1. But we just finished season 1 and there's still no word at all about a season 2.
I think it'll happen because it had the ratings.
It did.
And it left on a cliffhanger too, which means got the video.
Yes,
what's in the pod. And I think it can be just as good as Flash and Arrow. I mean, hopefully it doesn't fall down the path of where Arrow's going right now and gets kind of dull. I think it shows a lot of potential, but it hasn't hit it yet. It wasn't where Flash and Arrow season 1 was amazing, but it was okay, I'm cool with this. It can get better.
Yes, but there was a team-up episode with Supergirl and Flash.
I didn't like that episode.
That's the problem, because you're supposed to actually enjoy it, but the characters, which I feel like is the problem.
Hokey.
The problem is Supergirl's villains. They're very, very villain of the day. Yeah. Which they are just brushed aside with the Kryptonian villains.
They need a season-long villain.
They do.
All right, so if you were to give Supergirl a rating, Supergirl season 1 a rating, what would you give it?
If I were to give Supergirl a rating, I would have to give it a 6 out of 10. I feel like it has the potential, but it's not meeting up to it. But that's with a lot of season 1s of any shows whatsoever.
Honestly, I think I'm going to 100% agree with you. I think 6 out of 10, that's my rating as well. Yeah, because it's straight there, because it's It's not bad.
But it's above average.
But it's not great. But, like, it shows signs of being good at times, but it doesn't really hit it. But it can be good. And there are some episodes that I thoroughly enjoyed this season. But there are also episodes that were just groan-worthy.
But that's the thing. I want more Supergirl, not more Martian Manhunter. Because that's what I feel like
I disagree. I want more Martian Manhunter.
But that's the thing. You're supposed to be wanting more Supergirl and not more Martian Manhunter. I want the potential for, like, I want more Supergirl than I would do with more side characters.
I agree. But I think Martian Manhunter is a great character.
Don't get me wrong. He is. But like I said, this is a Supergirl show. She should have her line of light.
So that's our grade 6 out of 10 Supergirl. Please tell us what you thought of Supergirl Season 1. Like, favorite, and subscribe. And check out all of our other videos over on our channel, Cool Nerd Show. We'll see you guys over there.
Take care.
For more nerd videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media.